Hello, 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 STC viewers. Thanks for joining us. We're about to kick off the show.
Hello, everyone. It is Monday.
Yes,
Today kind of hurts a Monday. But I got to see you.
yes, that's amazing.
And it's fun.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome with Date Night with the Lunas. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on Facebook, YouTube, SDC, and BFAM 109.6.
Hey, how's everyone doing? It is Monday the 21st. I can't believe how quickly March is almost over.
Yeah, the spring equinox is here, and I didn't do anything because I was traveling. So, it's like, yeah.
Hello from the Netherlands. How
Netherlands.
many
Thank
people
you.
from the Netherlands?
I don't know. We are. I'm thinking Snooky. Snooky has been like saying, "Hello, James and Tess. Thank you. Hello, joining us." I know we're kind of off, kind of not. Start with our sponsor there.
Oh, yes. Good.
Because we have a class this week.
Which is good because I started working on the slides.
Yeah. Israel, awesome. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the show.
Let's see. We're actually, our sponsor is Fairville University.
Yep.
Essentially, they are they provide judge-free online as well as in-person classes, and I heard in-person classes may be coming back soon. We hope
soon. Yes.
And they have stores all over Florida, so we get to travel around and do those.
Yeah.
But we're teaching a class on Thursday on Tantra 101.
Yes.
So if you're interested, go ahead and check out fairvilla.com. Click on education. Educate or education?
Education. Yes, education. Because unfortunately, our website is currently being under renovation. So
that's a good word for it.
Yes, it's a work in progress. So I'm not touching anything because the web developer is touching it. So yeah, it's touching it. Okay. So anyway, so this Thursday, March 24th, 8:00, Tantra 101. So yay, Snooky! I miss you so much. How are you? I knew it. See, it's all Snooky stuff.
We have Netherlands. We have Israel.
Yes, Florida, of course. There. We apologize for last week not being here. I know you guys always want to see. Oh, he was like, I was in a sick corona. Oh, not good. Not good, Snooky. But I'm glad you're feeling better and you're watching. We had a death in the family. Well, she was a friend that we considered family because we opened our doors to her, and she died in her sleep. John found the body, and last week was really rough for both of us.
It was hard to get through.
Yes.
Because we had to go ahead and actually clean out the room where she's been living and gather all her stuff. And we're not making a joke of this, but we had to go ahead and hide or
take out the sex toys and the condoms
before our family showed up to pick up the stuff.
Yeah. So thank you for the condolences. The one thing we didn't go through was her technology to get rid of any dating apps or websites that were kinky, and because she was on 3Fun, she was on STC, she was and some of you who've been longtime listeners probably will know Tiny because she was our assistant too. Yeah. She went on a couple of adventures. I mean, one of the most memorable adventures probably on the show is the Exotica trip back in September, where she had the time of her life. She was having sloppy seconds from me, and I'm like, are you okay with that? And she's like, yeah, I like it. It's all good. Just like, you try them first and I take them over. And I'm like, oh God, it was funny, but it was like, I'm not a sloppy seconds kind of girl. Oh, we have Philippines. Thank you. Hello. Hi, how are you? So yeah, a lot of good memories with her. I mean, she was excited. She was going to move down to St. Petersburg, which is like a beach town here in Florida, and didn't have the opportunity to move. But we have been dealing with the grief and the loss, a lot of it.
We all deal with it a little differently. Whatever you need to do to get through grief, but
healthy. Try to make sure it's healthy.
Healthy, not self-destructive, please.
Yes, because I was going down the self-destructive path. I started drinking every day, like almost all day drinking, until I caught myself with one of my friends, the South Carolina adventure friend. As many of you remember that adventure was like, oh my God, are we still friends after this? She helped me and I stopped. And, right now, yes, I'm not going to be any socializing, drinking anytime soon. probably my birthday. That's if that, because it's just the grief is too raw, and I'm too like.
It's close to home.
It's very close
Very
to
close
home.
to home.
Yeah. She would not want you to do that. She would want you to be happy. Yes, she would want us to be happy, but she was also a party girl too. Like she loved to drink. She had her. We couldn't understand Michelob Ultra Light. What's like? What the hell? Is that real beer? Is that real?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put this out there because we have so many people not from the U.S. And I'm going to say it. The U.S. does have some great shit. Beer's not one of them.
Beer's not one of them.
Budweiser sucks ass.
Yes, but Michelob is not Budweiser, is it?
No. But it still sucks ass.
Yes, it's water. It's just water. That's like I don't drink beer. Seriously, I don't drink beer. So I'm like
I don't drink American beer. The only I may have a Yingling,
right,
and I may have a Sam Adams, but most American beers that major microbreweries, that's something different.
Yeah, we haven't tried the new microbrewery in the neighborhood.
There's like so many microbreweries. There's like at least 4 of them,
right,
in a 5-mile area, 6-mile area.
Oh, I drink too many. Yes, Nikki. Keep drinking for me on this part. Yeah. But
so curious about the show is going to be about.
Show is about our personal life, actually, Date Night with the Lunas, and we do also talk about the various different sex and relationships available in alternative.
I think you're kind of regular. They're saying, what's the topic tonight, though? We really haven't come up with it, and the reason is she literally just landed a few hours ago.
Yeah, literally. Because my partner that we all know that doesn't want to talk about it. It's like we talk road trip back to New England.
Mm-hmm.
It was very fitting because it gave me time to stop drinking, because in the car you can't drink and drive. So, and a little bit more of a bonding time. So he's slowly transitioning from vanilla with sprinkles to, I think I'm getting up to swirls level. I think.
Well, I think what's interesting is we're still, new to the poly realm.
Right.
Not open relationships. I've been doing it over 13 years. You've been doing it your whole life.
Yes, exactly.
But really, this is the first time. We've always relied on friends. We both have other poly partners now, and we kind of relied on them this weekend. Because again, but one interesting thing about it was I noticed I didn't really break down until you left the house.
Right.
And I think sometimes when you're in a couple, you're both trying to be strong for each other. So I don't know if it was somewhat unintentional or subconscious. You wouldn't break down because I was around, and I wouldn't break down when you was around.
No, I did break down
once.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you held it together. You kept apologizing.
Yeah. I mean, I lost it at the grocery store deli. We ordered sandwiches and they messed up John's sandwich, and I ripped the person to shreds, and then I broke down crying because that is not my automatic reaction, because it's just, it was like I wanted to make sure he had his comfort food. I wanted to make sure that everything was good, not just, they messed it up, and, I just broke down into, like I said, I yelled and screamed, then I broke down in tears, and I apologized that, because everything was so like sudden and rough, and it was hard. That's why we had to cancel last week's show. We couldn't, and also last Sunday was our 12-year anniversary that we've met, that we've been together. And I mean, we probably might celebrate it later on, but if not, definitely our wedding anniversary. It will be 10 years in July.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's going to be a
10
big
years.
Now
I will happily talk about our marriage. Whoa.
Yeah, we got a novel. Okay.
We got a topic.
Here's the topic. I went to a lifestyle party this weekend, and I was amazed at how many people asked me, how do you tell your doctor to get tested? I just said, I'm no longer in a monogamous relationship. She said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, no, it's all good. I'm still married. No more questions. And she did all the tests. It's my... by two people don't get tested. Oh, what?
BYTO.
Oh, BYTO me.
Oh, wait, BO.
Yeah. Boggled. Oh, boggled. Okay, there you go, typo. Boggles mean people don't get tested. Yes, I know. That's one of those things that we do preach. Like, we get tested every quarter.
Mm-hmm. I'm also on something called Discovery, which is known as PrEP, is the title for it, which basically means as long as I'm on it, I have like a 99.999% chance of it not contracting HIV. It's a preventative medication. But
Yeah, it's like the 30-second elevator speech. Remember we always talk about at the conference. It's like, hey, I like you. It's like, it gets plain. I just recently just got tested. Everything came back negative. So I was just wondering what's your status and would you like to play with me?
that works.
That's the 30-second elevator speech that we've learned over the years. Like, yes.
I will say one thing though. Terms like dirty or clean, don't even use them.
Yep, no.
Because if you say I'm clean, what's the other answer? I'm dirty. So what was that?
Not once I've been asked. Yes, no, no. It's very uncommon to ask or say. Yeah.
However, get tested regularly.
Always use safe
Couple
sex.
things. I've gone to the LGBTQ center, and it doesn't matter whether you're a part of that community or support them or whatever. They'll still do it. There's plenty of health centers that'll do it.
Oh yeah.
I went in and it was free. I got tested for HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all in it took me about 20 minutes to get the test done. 30 because I went to the wrong branch.
Oh.
But they came in, they did the swab. It's really interesting though. When I go for my doctor's HIV test, they take vials of blood.
Uh-huh.
Apparently there's a finger prick test and a little bit of blood, and they get all the answers for you.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to bring anything home, and I know you never do, but we like sex.
Yeah, we do.
Hello. Where did you get it for free?
Yeah, the local. Just look for the local LGBT centers, or you can even Google HIV testings. There are a lot of organizations in various different cities, so just Google it and find out what your local LGBT center is or HIV testing. Even what do you call it? County health centers. County health centers will also do them for free too. So it's just a matter of just seeing what resources are available in your local area.
I got a funny story about that though.
What happened?
The false positive.
Yeah, that was also your cupcake one. That's remember the cupcake girl, Milk and Cupcakes?
Yes, I do remember Milk and Cupcakes.
That was a false one too because she was freaking out.
Was that the same one? I think it was.
Yes, it was the same one.
Okay, so let's see. Okay. Funny story about getting tested. In the state of Florida and many other states, if you test positive for something like syphilis, the health department, by law, must be notified by your lab.
Mm-hmm.
However, apparently the health department was bored and was moving faster than my doctor. Because this was a false alarm, and if you have it, I'm not downing it. But what happened was I had surgery. And the night after I had surgery, my temperature spiked to like 101.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the ER. Something's not right. I know it is. What happens when you go to the ER in America? You sit there and wait over an hour for them to go ahead and get your paper. Well, by the time I went up there, they put the thermometer in my mouth. They look at it. They go, 98.5. I'm like, it was 101, but whatever.
Yeah.
You're better. Count your blessings. Go home. No explanation. I'm like, okay. So, of course, I call the surgeon the next day. Surgeon says, what does the surgeon say? It's not me, go see your MD. No one can take responsibility for this, even though I went for surgery. So I go to my MD, and they run a bunch of tests whatsoever. They didn't find anything. A month later, I go in for my quarterly STD test, and don't think anything about it. It's always been negative. So next thing I know, my phone rings.
Yep.
Hello, this is the Florida State Department of Health, and we need to talk with you on, the matter. What matter? Well, the matter your doctor has spoken to you about. Haven't heard from my doctor in weeks. Oh, well, I can't say anything till they talk to you, so I'm sure they'll call you soon.
Click.
Hangs up. Don't you love state employees? I love the employees. Just in that sometimes they're not.
Yeah, it was just like, wow.
Next, so I call my doctor. They say, "Oh, we're getting ready to call you. We need to set up an appointment." I say, "Okay, I'll come tomorrow." No. Next day, nope. 2 days later, okay, we have an appointment. It works. Come on in. By the way, don't have sex with anyone.
And here I am freaking out, and I'm like, "Really? What the fuck happened here now?" It's like we can't have sex. What?
The one thing I did leave out is when I had this, the day after I had the surgery, I went to see my MD to see what's going on. As part of all this test, they gave me an injection of a broad-span antibiotic just in case anything's wrong.
Just in case.
Didn't even realize that broad-span antibiotic can cause a false positive for syphilis. So eventually we got to clear it up. I went
You're
to my
off
doctor.
the record.
Yes. Finally got it done. But yes, we have bad tests and total bad communication with that. So
yeah, and because you had syphilis, you were put on this list of people who have syphilis. And I just like say, what? This is 2000 whatever. It was just like, what?
So ever since then, again, once I got it, they say, okay, that's one test. We'll do another negative. One after that. Years have gone by. It's always been negative.
Right.
Every time I go in for because I see usually a medical assistant instead of a doctor. Once a year, I see my doctor. Every year since then, I pulls it up. He goes, well, I see you've had syphilis. And I'm like, can you please change the record? You guys screwed up. Never had it.
Never had it. It was just hysterical. Yes.
The mistakes that happen in our lives.
Right. And then the girl, the cupcake in milk. Yeah. Did she end up having?
One of her partners tested positive.
One of her partners tested positive. Yeah, and then she went back and she actually did the right thing and went back to all her partners to say, "Hey, can you go get tested because this could be a possibility?" And I'm just like, "Say what?" It's like, where was that? No safe sex here, It's like, but it was cupcakes and milk, so it could have came through the milk. I mean, she was lactating. Good. And he was breastfeeding to have the cupcake with the milk because that was one of her fetish. She wanted to have the guy eat cupcakes and drink the milk from her tits.
It was amazing.
It was a lifelong dream for you. Just like, hell yeah.
A lifestyle thing. And right. You're like, come out and play, come out and play with friends.
No. You had two options to do group sex with a whole bunch of bi guys. Or cupcakes and milk. To me, it was a no-brainer. Cupcakes and milk was going to win because you could get sex with guys at any time. Just saying, yeah, guys are easy. That's crazy. Geez, I could see why people may want not to get tested. Yeah, I know. Okay. I know.
However, I'm going to say something that is going to get you to get tested. I do this in classes, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to. How many people here practice safe sex, meaning they use a condom with, we'll say, any partner that they're not long-term committed to? So obviously we are committed. Yeah. We're fluid bonded, which means we don't use barrier protection. How many people out there use barrier protection with everyone, but they may be their primary partner? Don't have to answer.
Don't have to answer. Yeah. No.
Second question. How many of all those people do you use condoms with during oral?
Yeah.
Normally when I do this, I've done this in a class of like 90, big class once. Like 95% of everyone said they use a condom for sex. No one said they use. I know one person.
One, yeah, because they even knew what a dental dam was. That was like one person actually used it for oral sex.
So here's where it gets scary. Syphilis, gonorrhea, and is it chlamydia?
Chlamydia, yeah.
Or can
be
transmitted orally.
Orally, yeah.
So one of the things we really want to stress, and we do it a lot, is if you've had an STD, it's like I won't say it's like having a cold, obviously get taken care of, but there's no stigma in having a cold.
HPV too.
Oh yeah, HPV. The thing is, the problem is when I don't know recently, HPV does not show up in any test. There's a vaccine for it, but unless it's changed recently, HPV only shows up during a breakout.
Yeah.
There's nothing to test for. They don't know how to test for the virus. I don't know how up to date that is, but going back a couple of years, that was true. Started about HIVs.
Oral sex, yeah.
Remove the stigma and shame.
Yeah.
From having
the conversation. Like I said, look, I did a quick 30-second conversation. Really simple. That's it. I just got tested. Everything's negative.
But not just that. If you have a partner who previously has had something, it could have been any one of us. Put it this way, if you're on SDC, that could be you. And it doesn't mean you're bad or less of a person. The joke I'll tell when we do this in live presentations is everyone likes sports, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
I like playing them more than watching them. But if you broke your arm, The doctor doesn't look at you with judgment going,
What
well,
you
someone
do?
was having fun.
What you do?
But if you went in and had an STD, someone was having too much fun. Why is there shame on that?
Why is there shame period there? During your elevator talk, did you ask for proof or took them for their word? Mostly took them for their words. It's rare that people actually have proof, but all depends where you go, because I know for dark honesty, some people actually do carry their results with them, because they even said that, and I was like, oh, okay. So some conferences, play parties, they may do that.
Well,
a lot of it is also online too, if you I'll
say the majority of the people in the non-monogamous lifestyle, swinger, whatever, usually don't ask for proof. So right. Can someone lie? Of course. Usually, ooh, what do you got here?
Spam bot.
Spam bot.
Yay! We're popular. Spam bots.
But there is a small portion of the swinger community that we've met that does not use condoms.
Right.
And some have allergies to latex and other products.
Yep.
Again, no judgment. If that is your choice, that's great. But a lot of that group will demand proof, because right. that is an only line of protection, as opposed to if you ask for it, they say no, and you go ahead and use a condom. Again, that's multiple lines of protection.
Mm-hmm.
But condoms are okay, but I do get they are a pain in the ass sometimes, especially if you have the wrong condom.
Yeah, wrong condom size. So yes, exactly on it, and using it, and it's like, and it's not. I don't know. For me, it's like oral with a condom. Sometimes it's like, nah.
I can't do oral with a condom.
I did it with my partner a couple times. So
really,
yeah.
It just it feels all weird.
Yeah, especially since he's tiny and uncircumcised. Mm-hmm. That was like pretty weird there. Yeah, but it's been getting kind of crazy. It's like, I think we're almost at the fluid bonded stage, and I was just like, I didn't think he would, but he's getting there. He's super comfortable with it. So
let's see.
40. What's this 40? I have to go to sleep and see you later. Stay safe. Thank you. You too, Snooki. Miss you. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you a lot. Swear it's on my bucket list. I will get there. Maybe I should do a GoFundMe. Say, fund me money to go see Snooki in the Netherlands.
Love you, Snooki. But the truth is, I thought you'd do that for Paris.
Well, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. Snooki said he'll take me there. So
it's a train ride. It's a train ride everywhere.
30 years. I talked about it with you. Oh, sorry about the 40. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you for talking. It's like, yeah, I know we're kind of off. We're kind of like.
We're trying.
We're trying, especially like I said, talking with our partners, and it is, lucky your partner is thinking about coming down,
yes,
or up, or actually, sideways.
Yeah, she might. Yes, I may have a visitor in April. Everything's right up in the air, but I am super excited.
Yeah,
because we weren't going to see, and then we finally, the talk was I won't see her till maybe mid-June, and now it's coming up that she may be down in April, and I'm very excited to see this.
Yeah.
However, one thing I want to talk before we leave the STD conversation is that we do know people who have gone to their doctor and asked for an STD test. If the response is, why do you need that? You're married. You
change
probably
doctors.
Need to find a new doctor.
Change doctors. That's it. Just change doctors at that point, because you should not be judged by your health professional when you're trying to take care of your health, period. Because that's what we did with our doctor back in the day. We're like, you know what?
Well, that was because I wanted to go on PrEP.
Yeah, I know.
My doctor said, why, you're married.
Exactly.
And I'm like, no offense, but you're a doctor. You're not religious. You're not moral or religious counsel. Fuck off.
Right. And then they also had to do research because they were not, familiarized. I'm like, you're a medical professional. How can you not be familiarized with, STDs, PrEP, medication? I'm like, fuck.
And I know why that doctor didn't know anything about it. It was kind of new at the time, but still, if I know about it, they should know about it. Most of their clientele is either young kids or geriatrics.
Totally geriatrics.
In the side of town I lived in, not the swinger geriatrics, not the villages geriatrics. These were just, older community. So
absolutely. Even the VA does it for James. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's right.
So again, get tested.
Wait.
really simple. If you do test positive for something, let your partners know. Um, pretty much at least the recent, but anyone you've had sex with since your last test,
Right.
and just get tested. And if you do get it taken care of, a lot of health insurance they cover it all.
Yeah, they do. They do cover it there. So I want to dispel like a stupid ass rumor. Just because we talk sex and relationships does not mean we have sex like mad crazy. I had to explain to my partner because I only get to see him a limited time. So when I see him, yes, I want to have sex with him as much as possible because then it's going to go like weeks or months that I won't see him. And then it's like he says, well, you have sex all the time. I'm like, I have sex with John twice or three times a week. I don't have mad crazy sex. And the reason you think we have mad crazy sex is because I have a limited window of opportunity to have sex with you. I mean,
yeah, hold on. I will say there have been months where we were doing it almost every day.
Right.
However, life happens. This isn't, unfortunately, as much as I like talking to you about sex, this doesn't pay the bills.
Nope.
So I do have another job.
Hey, I went to the place that does nothing but testing. They never asked me any questions. Very professional. Yep. See, special case. There's places to get tested like that.
So when I went, and I usually go to my doctor, but I went to, like I said, the center, which is an LGBTQ center in Orlando.
Right.
And they do ask you a bunch of questions and have you fill out a little questionnaire. It's not a whole lot of questions, but they want to know your lifestyle. So they'll ask, like, are you a drug user or an IV drug user? All those were no.
Oh, those needles questions.
Then they go ahead and ask questions like, and it was 2. In the last 3 months, in the last year.
Yeah.
And then it was, how many men have you had sex with? How many women have you had sex with? How many other have you had sex with?
Yeah.
So it didn't discriminate against anyone. And I filled it out, and they kind of read it over and looked it up and read it again and read it again. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, it wasn't, I didn't feel judged. It was just one of those, I normally don't have to, I had to think when they asked those questions, like, so how many men have you slept with in the past 3 months? In the last year? I'm like, like the current year or 12 months back?
Yeah.
Just round it off.
And see, I'm so proud of you because it's like we've gone from like single digits to now triple digits. It took you a while, but yes.
No. Okay.
Yes, within our.
All right, yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I was going to clarify. Yes. No. Hold on.
Yes,
when we met, I was still in double digits.
Yes, when we met, you were still double digits.
Very low double digits, but
Extremely
I was in the double
low,
digits.
Extremely low.
Well, some of us haven't popped the 3-digit yet.
What do you mean 3?
No. Over 1,000.
Yeah. You got to realize I started as
yes,
an itty bitty. Yeah, it's like I was an itty bitty kid.
Dude, you're up there with like Will Chamberlain.
Probably. I don't know. It's like, yeah, between the between my youth, my parties, but now it's like I seem to be slowing down. It's just like, yeah, and then also some sex work. Come on, that's
true.
Yeah,
it's
so
true.
yeah, I'm like, that's why I was so proud of you. Like 300, you're over 3 digits, yeah. So, but I'm so proud. Would you never thought your life will end up like this?
So, no, to be completely honest, there's some nights we're sitting watching like a vanilla TV and just like look at each other, and I never thought my life would be like this.
No, it's like talking to all of you folks about sex and relationships, open relationships, and
I was talking about having a wife who goes, "You hit the 3 digits, baby." Yeah.
You're also like the wife. No. What was it that you said? You told me that you were going to do, and I'm like, okay, go have fun. It's like smoke weed, get fucked, and all this, and I'm like, okay, just like that. It was funny because we had this conversation with my partner, and I said, you can do whatever you want. I'm not a jealous type. Seriously, I'm not I am not jealous. But you treat me like shit and you treat me bad, that's it. All bets are off. Everything, it's like that. But let's talk about fudge. Fudge is good stuff.
And you know what? We have fudge.
Yes, we have fudge.
We got fudge this weekend.
Yes.
We haven't eaten yet. It went straight in the fridge. But Elmer Fudd and Tweety Tweets. We just got some news.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the show, that apparently one of our listeners, and we're pretty sure it's our show because we're one of the few shows
that's
on
international
BFAM that has international reach. Someone ordered 450 pieces of fudge.
Thank you for but supporting our sponsor. Thank you, because then they support us.
And
It's
paid to have it shipped
yes
to Colombia.
to Colombia. Yes, yes. I know we're bad at asking for like memberships and the donations, all that, but this like just it melted our heart. It's like, yay, they did.
Our question is,
Yeah.
if anyone here is or has been to Colombia, is there no fudge in Colombia? I'm just hearing. I mean, no. Thank you for ordering it.
Thank you for
At the
ordering
same time, I'm picturing someone going, "This fudge stuff.
What is this?
I don't know, but we need 450 pieces of it." Oh, maybe it's a splashing event.
Oh, it could be a splashing event. Yes, yes. Okay. Can you get results from an STD test in the same day? The reason I ask, if the person was tested a week prior to get it together, how safe is that? I don't think it changes that often, but some places, yes, because you get the center results. What?
That was that was a week.
That was a week. Okay,
that was a week. Well, okay.
It was a week. Okay,
if it's free, chances are it's going to take longer.
It's going to take longer. Yeah.
So that may be a week. However, there are. I'm trying to think. I had the HIV test that day.
Right.
HIV, because of obviously the weight of it back in the 80s, where it was at that sentence, they did develop same-day testing. Actually, same hour. And the interesting thing is, it's a little prick on the finger. It's not even the vials.
No.
But they can do it, and they run 2 tests. The one they give you is immediate. It's a quick test. However, it is less accurate. So they give you the quick test, but then they'll send off, at least the place that I went to, sends off the regular test. And that took a week.
Yeah.
But then again, for being free, and I know everyone outside the U.S. is going, what do you mean free? It's healthcare. It should be free.
Yeah, no.
We don't live in that perfect world.
Yeah, we don't. So let's love the fudge, but let's talk about crazy bad experience. What was your worst experience in your lifestyle? The girl that jumped off you to go with her. Never fuck with any of my loved ones. I'm a bulldog, period. We were at a party. John was having sex with this girl, and then one of her favorite playmates or something came by in the middle of having sex with John. She leaped up, dumped John, and went to fuck the other guy. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just come back here and finish up my husband?
I've never had, like I said, wife or girlfriend yell at someone else and be like, get the fuck back there and finish fucking my husband. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, that was a bad experience.
That was a bad experience.
The
glamour shots.
Oh, I was thinking the bed when the bed broke on us. Remember, it's like the bed just.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
do glamour shots.
Glamour shot. Okay. For those of you on SDC, what is the oldest photo you have in your profile? Be serious here. Is it maybe 3 years old, maybe 5 years old? Do you have that like really cool photo from 1989 that you're like, I look fantastic there, and you look nothing like it?
At all. At all.
Less than a year. That is the correct answer. Maybe 2 because of COVID, right?
Right. Is it possible to have a private cam session with you guys sometime? We could probably talk about it, just not anytime soon. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we go ahead and we get a picture, and I think this was Adult Friend Finder. So we're dating it. We're talking what, 2012, maybe 2011?
Yeah, it was 2011.
2011, something like that.
Oh, I thought it was Craigslist. No, Craigslist personals. It was when Craigslist still had personal ads.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. So we get some pictures, and it's a guy up against a muscle car, arms folded like this with some sunglasses on, and a couple of other pictures. Okay. Looked pretty good. I mean, there wasn't anything obvious that said, this is old, He didn't have an 80s haircut. He didn't have nothing. A couple of the other pictures came in. He was good looking. Shows up. Now, by the way, all body types are valid.
Yes.
I don't care. Small tits, big stomach, tall, short, whatever you are, work with it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie about it.
Don't lie. No false advertisement. I would suggest get rid of the 10 years old photos and keep maximum
10 years.
Yeah, someone just posted they have some 10 years old. I'm like, get rid of them. Do that. Yeah.
So he shows up, nothing like it.
Yes. Nothing.
I mean,
nothing.
He almost had a washboard stomach. I wouldn't say a 6-pack, probably a 4-pack. Really good, big, fair. Shows up, the guy's about 280. Looks like he hasn't lifted anything but a burger in 20 years.
And beer.
And I mean 20 years, because we went back and I'm looking at the pictures going, is this the same guy? Is it fake pictures? Is it?
Yeah.
Back in the 90s and 80s, there was a company that would open up in malls, take pictures of you, make you look really good, do makeup, kind of set up like that. It was only in the US, I think.
Yeah.
Called Glamour Shots.
Oh, yes.
What do you think was in the corner of one of those photos after I zoomed in?
Glamour Shots!
Glamour Shots closed down in 2000.
Yeah, the last weekend, I was just like, wow. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, wow.
Truthfully, we were going through pictures.
Yeah.
And a picture of me from even 5 years ago, I look so different.
Oh, yeah, no.
And so do you.
Yeah. Well, even like 2 years ago, I look completely different there. It's like, yeah, because I don't even recognize me.
Get used to taking pictures of yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
or
keep
if
them
you're a couple,
updated. Yeah.
take pictures of each other. Just keep the pictures recent.
Right.
And if you're going to go ahead and send it out when you talk with someone that you plan on meeting up for a date, let them know, hey, I know this picture's a little old. I look a little different, but it is cool.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's close enough. Yeah. At least you acknowledge it, but not just like bait and switch.
Yeah. Don't send me a picture of David Beckham and then go ahead and show up and look like
Meatloaf.
There you go.
Sorry. It's that. Yeah, so the other one, we were all having group sex, and then the bed just collapsed on us. But it went down. That was just like, oh my God. We knew it was rickety. We didn't think it was that rickety. So let's check the bed.
There's a valuable lesson to be learned here that everyone in the world will understand. If you plan on having group sex, do not buy your stuff from IKEA.
No.
It is not a good idea.
Nope.
Spend the extra money, especially on the bed.
Yes.
Go get some real furniture.
Yeah.
IKEA should not.
Especially if you're thinking like, group sex there. I remember when we were buying our bed, the way we kept like looking at it and measuring that the salesperson was kind of looking at us kind of weird because it wasn't fully a sexual conversation, but it was enough that hinted what we were doing. Like if you were standing, how about with heels? How about if you bent over? It's like, it's like all the different angles. Oh yeah. That was
come on. We went shopping for a mattress. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure people have laid on their back. Not many people have thrown their legs up in the air and held them and kind of did the, hey, this is pretty bouncy.
Or even like doggy style. Okay, let's do doggy style. Oh, this is the things we do to just like, make sure we have, I don't know, good shit.
No, this is stuff we've been doing way before the show.
Way before the show there, yeah. So
what are some of your fun sex stories? Oh, here we go. Big sex story.
There we go.
Okay. So worst experience, couple at a house party, someone was giving a blowjob, excuse me. And some random stranger came up, puts his dick in you. Oh shit! Yeah, you don't do that. That is
no,
swinger
that's
etiquette bad.
Yeah.
And another guy grabbed him. He's James. Another guy grabbed him. Lucky he's alive. Oh my God. Did the same thing in the mattress store. That's true.
Yeah.
But there is a certain etiquette.
There is etiquette. Yeah, we need to get back to swinger etiquette. We need to do that class again.
However, I want to talk about two experiences we had at Naughty in New Orleans over the past few years because we've been there more than once. We did a dark room.
Oh, yes.
That was fun.
That was super fun, the dark room.
So what they did was they set up two curtains. So you go in through one curtain, you make sure it's closed before you go into the other curtain.
They're blackout curtains.
Once you get in there, there's nothing.
No.
Don't be the drunk asshole who tries to open up the curtain immediately while someone else is there and then the light comes in and a whole room of people in the dark are no longer in the dark.
Be respectful, even though it's dark, you could still talk. It's not like it's quiet.
But it's whisper.
It's whisper, but still.
You don't start yelling. Yeah,
but no, you start yelling when they do something stupid. When you say, hey, you don't do that, and they keep doing it, then you yell, and then they get kicked out.
So we go in the room.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can put a condom on in the dark. It's not impossible, but you were enjoying it.
Right.
Basically, to make it simple, they lined all around the wall the mattresses on the floor. Mm-hmm. So that way, really, you can't. If you're going to fall, you're going to fall on a mattress. Right?
Yeah.
So we found. You walk in there and the This you cannot see.
Nope.
So you put your hands out, and we found the spot.
Right.
You laid on your back.
Right.
Again, mattress, so maybe so far off the ground. I started fucking.
Right.
And next thing you know, a hand comes on her, and another hand comes on her, and I could hear and feel them because occasionally we ran into each other. It was fantastic.
Yep.
I loved that. You loved it.
Yes.
Here's where the etiquette goes wrong. A hand went around your neck.
Yep. He started choking me, and I told him no.
No, anything but the neck.
Yeah.
Now, normally that's a fine. In the pussy, tits, ass, everything's on the table. Just don't touch the neck.
Yep.
So what does the asshole do a second time?
Goes back for the neck. Yep.
So we had to shun him off and somehow put him away. But the thing is, it's so dark you really can't see. So I'm going to say, when going into a dark room, it's fun and fantastic. It can also be somewhat scary because you don't know what's going on in there. Mm-hmm. Still exciting.
Right. So they're asking a question about Colette. So which Colette? Because we've only been to the one in New Orleans. There's a Colette in Houston and Dallas. And what was the fourth one? There's a fourth. Austin. Is it Austin or no? I think it's in Texas somewhere. There's a fourth Colette, but I know there's 4. But we've been to the New Orleans one, and it's 2 stories. So the first level is where the club, the little dance area, the bar is, meet and greet, and then the second level is where the playrooms are. Mm-hmm. When we went, it was open to single males there.
It was a single male night, yes.
Yeah, yes. And there was the playrooms, and it's a little bit different than what we're used to. Like we're spoiled by Trapeze and a couple of other clubs, but there was a lot of single males just standing outside of the door jerking off, like waiting to hover and get in. And that was the one night we experienced. And the other night, it wasn't bad when it was all couples. It was really nicer. So again, hit or miss on the night you do, the one you go to. So, but we had fun. The environment was good. I just guess I'm so used to like having food at my club.
There's when we talk about swinger clubs, there's lots of different. They cater to a lot of different people,
right?
And what I mean is, to everyone, usually, come back on. Okay, there we go. Usually, there are again single male nights, and otherwise there's couples. Sometimes there's areas of play that are couples versus free for all. Mm-hmm. Example being trapeze,
right?
When you go into trapeze, you walk through and there's a locker area on your left. Mm-hmm. And then when you go into the front door, there's a bar in front of you. The right is couples on certain nights.
Right.
But the left is a free for all.
Right.
Well, what this provides is an area where you can go to. And if you don't want to have single guys just kind of exactly put their dick in you, you can go to the single side. And again, it's not all guys. I've been a single guy in the lifestyle, and I know how difficult it is.
Right.
Because there's so many assholes out there who think it's just free sex. Mm-hmm. It's not.
It's not. You know, there's more into like the swinger community. The key word is community. You get to know people. And with the passing of Tiny, everyone reached out to us that, you know, I know we're kind of public figures, kind of not, but it was nice to get like, what do you need from us? What can we do? And oftentimes the only answer I had was hugs. Just, I need a hug.
These were people from, like I said, from the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. That we got that. But, you know, when you're grieving a loss, it's hard. And, you know, this week's blog newsletter, we're going to be talking about grieving losses, because even like relationships, not death per se, but losing or, you know, a partner or losing, you know, a romantic interest. It's like that you have to grieve that loss too. So it's something that we don't talk about really. It's like, how do you grieve the loss of like a couple or a playmate that you've played for some time and you've connected and now they're no longer part of your life for various reasons?
I'm going to trade a look with you.
What?
A book.
Trade a book.
So
trade.
I haven't been wearing my contacts. I don't have my glasses in, and my vision stops right around there.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, no, it's just, you know, talk about, grieving the loss of relationships. You know, people don't talk about that.
It is interesting, though, being in the poly lifestyle where you have multiple, not just sex. I mean, yes, there is sex with our partners, of course, but on term, every day, I talk with my partner every day in one aspect or another.
Right.
Long-term relationships.
Yeah. And considering both our relationships are long distance, and
That is true too.
that's kind of like a shocker, you know, and like mine's has just been kind of crazy, but I think we're a good spot now after these road trips and talking, and really him seeing me in my element, because me in with my friends and everything, it's different because unless you see me with my friends, you don't get me, you know? And
True.
yeah,
But you did. But he is venturing out and getting kinky, which
he
I'm
is.
very proud of.
Yes, yes. You should let him know there, so because he actually asks. He does. He's like, "What does John think about this?" He does. He does ask. He does. How crazy is that? Love's Hurt is the book we have. Yeah.
Well, I just love that. Okay, you guys, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
They went out on a date. I came home. I went to bed.
You went to bed. Well, you had some work to do too.
I had work to do. I couldn't go out. Whatever. I wasn't going to join them. Went to bed. You came home.
Yep.
So I get to a point where I do check the tracker.
And I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool that he tracks me. It's fine.
It's not that I was worrying. It's just that normally when you do these dates and you're gone 2 hours or so, especially when they're ones that are not including an overnight.
Right. And his pattern of behavior while he was in town was like an hour max. That's it, because he had curfew.
So going on about 2.5 hours, I look at it and wow, you're in the garage or in the backyard.
The driveway. So I was in the driveway.
And then the next day, you're kind of like, yeah, he had a great time, gave roadhead.
Yes. That was his first time he ever experienced roadhead. That, like, he was driving, he let me suck his dick while driving. I mean, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning or 12:30. It was like the roads were empty and it was just straight roads, so that was fine. Yes, seriously, yes. Okay, so here's the one thing that I can never reenact because I don't know how to. But when I was a yee little girl, I had sex while driving. The guy was driving. I was fucking him.
You mounted him.
I mounted him. I mounted that guy. Oh my god.
Stick shift?
No.
It wasn't a manual transmission.
No, it couldn't have been. No, but it was like that. That was like my two things. Like, sex and speed is the ultimate high for me. It was like, but when we were doing the road trip, my partner let me drive. I was like, yay, he let me drive.
Beware Northeast. Angelique is loose and moving at high speed.
Too late. I'm already back. So they just like, so I was getting horny as hell because I was like, his car was like, it was high performance. It just zoomed and I was like, yeah. I was like,
I'm surprised you didn't like pull him over, like find the hotel, just pull him over, like jump in.
No, because I was trying to get to the hotel on time so we could had a little bit more time to sex. But it was just like, he messed up the time in the morning because I was ready in the morning to get up and go. And we stayed until checkout. He wanted to cuddle. He wanted like I want to go so that way the quicker I get there, I could come back to John. I wanted to come home.
Yeah, so. I know you missed me.
Yeah,
and I missed you too. However, don't you think? Okay, this is what we should all do. We have groups like that will rate cars, right? What's the one that does it? Not Car and Driver.
Auto Trader. No. Oh God, now I can't think of it. Yeah, I know. Anyways,
we need a category about the car's ability to have sex with and ability to have head with.
Yes.
Because these new cars, it's like cockpit style sometimes. So you have the 2 seats and then the dashboard comes up in the middle. That gear shift right in your chest. I can't get head.
No, yeah, I know. That's
either
a problem with the
just pop me in neutral while I'm driving.
Right. And then like a couple of times, like, you know, I jumped over in the driver's seat and was making out with him. It was just like, you know, it's like, it's funny because there's times that the relationship, we act like a bunch of high school kids, like having sex for the first time, especially with him, because it's like a lot of it, like,
never grow up.
Yeah. Never grow up.
Mature, meaning stop doing stupid shit, but have fun with life. Don't do that. So I'm now realizing my entire life since the first car I had, I never bought another car that had the transmission on the steering wheel. And now that I'm thinking that's what I need because those are coming back.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
The actual ones like this, and actually they have other ones where they just put it like this, but it's on the dash. Yeah. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Because bucket seats sound cool, but if you actually have that flat, straight seat, roadhead.
Yes, definitely the roadhead. So it was good. Yeah, and then it's like a couple of times he played because like every time I was on the road trip, I always wore like a skirt, so easy access. I'm like, come on, let's have some fun. This time he was good. He didn't know we didn't play. He didn't like do any of it. I was like, oh, okay,
What's really funny
Yeah.
is she, for again, no stereotypical comment on women in cars. You know cars better than most women.
Yeah.
Literally, we went into a Toyota dealer and they tried to tell her a Supra, and your answer was, if I wanted a fucking BMW, I'd be over there. Beautiful, because it's basically made by BMW.
Yeah, all the parts.
However,
yeah.
your clothing
Yeah.
has two categories: no headlights and easy access. That's pretty much it. Oh, and then comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah.
So three categories of clothes.
Yeah.
Comfortable, no headlights, and easy access.
Well, I would think more like easy access than anything. Yeah, it's like, especially it's like in a road trip. It's just like, come on, you gotta have some fun.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and I kept telling him, I was like, I'm behaving. I did. I just like, I so behaved. I work it too. Men are so easy. Oh yeah, totally.
Did I ever tell you I got caught almost getting head?
No.
17.
Oh, okay.
New York City, actually at the suburbs, but yes. I had a car. It was a shitty car. Me and my girlfriend decided to drive out to a park. If you know the Forest Hills area. We parked. The windows fogged up right away because it was freezing outside. But obviously we couldn't go home.
Right.
We wanted to go ahead and have some fun. We started having fun. Somehow I never noticed that, one, we were the only person in the parking lot because I was 17 and stupid.
Right.
Two, the cop car who actually pulled up, not next to us, but behind us. And then she was a woman cop, actually got out and slowly strolled over because I saw something move, but I thought, fuck it, I don't care what it is, and then knocked on my window while her head was about here. And at 17, you're like, I'm gonna get it, right? I'm gonna get it. I go, fuck. God, man, considering how much time, at least I spent at 17 trying to get laid, and where our life is today is just so different.
Oh yeah. It's very different there, but it's like, but we even were talking because, like I said, I was in the car with my partner for quite some time. Like, our relationship is not traditional. It's unique. Honestly,
it's rare.
It's really rare because it's like, my word is my honor. So whatever I said, my word is my word. If I say I'm fine, I'm fine. Don't like overanalyze. Don't think anything. Or, like all these passive aggressive people. I mean, because we know a lot of people, and I'm like, no, John and I communicate. Yes, it took us a very long time to get here. We're not going to lie. I mean, if you go back to any of our past podcasts on Sex Positive Me and us, you hear us, talk about all the challenges that we've gone through, to get here.
So in other words, if your partner tells you, yes, go have an orgy, it's not I'm going to argue with you later because you wouldn't have the orgy. No, fucking go do it. And then bring back the details,
right? And
share and bond. We bond a lot over sex with other people.
Yeah, we do, and like communications and things. But yeah, it's one of those, like, because it's like, it's seeing how my partner and his partner get along. It's like I'm like, oh, I guess not everyone has that same kind of communications or relationships, and being honest with each other. It's like, I think the biggest thing in the industry, in the community, is be honest with yourself. Please. Yeah. That's the big thing. If you're honest with yourself, that eliminates a lot of miscommunications, misunderstandings, because that we went through a patch like that we weren't honest with ourselves, and it led to some epic fights. But
by the way, we argue not often.
No.
It's very rare. Mm-mm. But yeah, our fights are either World War II or
nuclear
nothing.
Or nothing. Yeah. I mean, but it's just like one of those, because I did have a little spat with my partner, and I just told him, I'm going to go offline. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to him. I just need some time because I needed to process. I didn't want to be emotionally, explode and really say something I might regret later.
But you have an MO for all of your trips with your partner.
Yep.
As it approaches, your thoughts start picking up speed and going off in tangents.
Right.
And it's about, this is probably going to be our last trip. After this, I'm probably going to be done. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm end of the trip. Hey, I'm wonderful. But yeah, every time you see him, you really do.
Right. And you see how he likes, and he does the same. He does the same because he saw me at the races and he was super excited, and him and John got along great. And so,
but I will tell him, like you said,
yeah,
I'm proud of him for getting kinky.
Yeah.
And when we say kinky, it's not like he learned to do something more extreme. No, we use terms when we have sex like whore and slut.
Right.
They're terms of endearment. They excite us.
And that's between us, that we agree, and that's consensual. That
if we do it in private.
Yeah.
It's not like I go in the middle of the grocery store going, "Hey, whore, how you doing?"
Yeah. Hey, my dirty little slut. Hey. Yeah, no, it's like, that's, to me, that's term of endearment. And so for him, it's like he's now slowly getting there. But like, the one thing I told him was like, if you ever apologize for saying I want to fuck you, that's it.
Then you're not going to get fucked.
You're not going to get fucked, because it was just like insane when he said that. Because the first time I saw him in 4 months, he says, "I just want to fuck you," and I was just like, score! He can swear. Because he's so good at getting into tissues. Yeah.
We're down to the last 5 minutes.
Right.
I just want to bring up a little something for next week, or at least a future show. I've realized, I guess it would be a hobby. Yes. A new area of interest that I'm into and I've been enjoying myself, which tends to be a little more risque. Yes, risque for us. Water sports. Yes. You're in play. What I've realized is, not only am I interested in it, I now actually have 2 partners who are into it.
Right.
So, again, it's one of those controversial subjects, because some people in the community are like, fantastic, great, it's fun. Others, no, like gross.
Right.
So we're going to put that together for a new show coming up.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something, but go ahead and send us your questions on
Yep. Send us a DM. I'll be trying to post it the dates on STC events, so that way you can be notified, join our little SPM Sex Positive Me group on SDC, and also here on Facebook we do have that. We do offer private one-on-one classes, coaching. What else do we do?
Classes. A lot of classes are through Zoom. We're doing a lot for a company called Fairvilla, one of our sponsors. You can check out their schedule at going to fairvilla.com and click on education. Yeah. Oh, we're also that reminds me to get my new article out for ASN Magazine.
Oh yeah.
ASN Lifestyle Magazine. Go ahead and check them out. They're actually I think we're up for the one award.
We have to nominate ourselves. So
we need to get nominated
for influencer. Yeah, social media. It's like, I got to work on our social media influencer.
Well, we're working with them. So,
guys, if you are here, I sign up for their classes. Thank
you.
Yes, so they're pretty fun. And hopefully with the new website, we'll have already pre-recorded classes. If you want like one-on-one coaching, that sort of thing. And I got to turn my phone back on. I just realized it's been off the entire day.
Oh my God. Hold on. Gotta check the pulse. I think she's sick.
Yes, it was. But it's like I said, it's been fun. We're grateful for all of you. Thank you for coming and participating and telling your stories and things and asking us and how we could help you and have a better sex life, better relationships.
And there are sometimes, I know the past 2 weeks, we've been hitting some pretty hard topics.
Right.
Obviously, having such a close friend pass away. But we're also getting back into play.
Yeah.
We're starting to get more free time. Let's see where this conversation leads. If you guys have some topics or shit you want to know about.
Yeah, or how to handle things, situations. Like I said, after having that long car ride with my partner, is just like, oh, I guess we're not like everybody else, because we have our shit together, but we've gone through rough patches,
It's like Dear Abby, but non-monogamous and pretty fucking kinky.
Oh God, we should do that. Oh wow, we should do that. Oh, so funny story then from ASN. They actually started asking if our fans have a nickname, and they were asking if you guys would be okay being called lunatics. You're our lunatics.
Date night with the lunatics. Got it.
Fan base, parrot heads for Margaritaville.
I just like the idea that he actually said what you need is actual jackets that say "Proud Lunatic" on them.
Yeah, exactly. With our logo and everything. I was just like, okay, so feedback from you folks. What would you like to be referred to? Like I said, there's the parrot heads, the Duranis. There's I don't know what the Taylor Swifts are. I know that's a Tay-Tays.
But we're at the 30-second mark.
Yeah.
So if you want to reach out to us, go ahead and check us out. Go to sexpositiveme.com. All our stuff's out there. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Oh, social media.
Social media, all except Instagram is SPM Balloonist. Everything else is Sex Positive Me. Good night.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Cue the music, Maestro.
He fell asleep.
Well, I heard him moving.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Mm.